Hi everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and today you are welcome to the eulogy of a beloved PBS show. A show after 25 years they decided to pull the plug, and that show is Arthur. Now I remember Arthur. I stopped watching many years ago because I got a little too old for him, but no matter what, he was always there for every generation that passed. A humble little aardvark, Arthur ran for 25 years on PBS. And PBS is a very, very educational, good channel for anybody who will probably want to censor their kids depending on what they watch, because see, there's so much smuck going around in the world and you don't want your kids to see all that stuff. So you turn to PBS. Well, not only will they be entertained, not only will they have relatable characters, but they will learn something in the process, because we all know kids hate to learn, but when you trick their minds, they end up loving it. And Arthur was a very relatable show. Anybody who could watch that show knows very well that he had very relatable topics, things that kids go through in life. He had friends similar to yours, people you could relate to. Unlike Kalu, nobody likes him. No matter how much PBS tries to shove it down our throat, Kalu, we don't like you. Born October the 7th, 1996 on PBS, he ran for 249 episodes, making a total of 485 segments. But despite being 25 years old, they kept him 8 years old on the show. Yes, yes, yes. Arthur Reed, we love you and we'll miss you. You know, this was truly unique because you don't watch many kids shows like this that will deal with the topics of autism, dyslexia, cancer, diabetes, and people who are on the autistic spectrum disorder. And let us not forget, the Arthur show even taught us about death when Arthur tragically lost his dog named Pal. Why, I remember a very episode where the show Arthur taught people that, hey, little kids, they pee in the bed at night. And hey, it's okay, 'cause it's normal. And you shouldn't feel ashamed no matter how icky it feels, 'cause it's just a part of your natural body. And let us not forget that Arthur gave us one of our first LGBT characters in a cartoon series. Yes, his teacher, Mr. Ratburn, he got married to a man. And let us not forget that catchy theme song, the one where we bopped our heads to and we was all like, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. And it was a wonderful kind of day when you watched Arthur. But despite airing in 1996 on that glorious October 7th day, before that, he used to be part of a series of books. And kids used to read these books in school because the teachers used to force us to read these books in school. And even though we hated reading books in school, hey now, like I said before, Arthur was very educational, just like the Magic School Bus. And looking at those Where's Waldo's pictures, Where's Waldo didn't teach us anything, but darn it, we love trying to find that little dude. And because Arthur was that of a little boy, they picked little boys to voice him. Therefore, he had a total of 9. Yes, count them, 9. Let's go Sesame Street wise. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 voice actors. Now his sister DW, She was annoying. And we can all relate to that because at some point in time, we've all had that relative that got on our nerves. But oddly enough, even though she was a girl on the show, she was voiced by boys. Oh, yes. A little flip flop reversal, why don't you? See, instead of a female character voicing a boy character, it was a boy voicing a girl character. And that's very rare in TV shows and animation. Now he had a dad and a mom and some grandparents and a little baby sibling. But I won't get into those because I don't remember the first thing about them. He had a friend named Buster Baxter. And let me tell you right now, the dude was cowardly. The dude was also nerdy. But the dude was cool. And we've always had that type of friend that was always there for us. Always making stuff up to make himself sound better. Always there to keep us up to date with the latest comic books and what's going on in cartoon history. Then there was his friend, Francine. Francine was your typical best friend female who was a tomboy and who was tough, who loved sports, would tell you how it is, but deep down inside, she would be your friend. And then many decades later, when y'all got a little bit older and you see her start changing, but you don't know why she's changing because your mind is so sheltered. And then next thing you know, she says she has plastic surgery. And then when you look at her, it's not the way you think. Then there's Muffy. Now, we all had ourselves a Muffy at one point in time in our life. A friend who was very smart, but very stuck up. A little Southern Belle who thought she was better than everybody else, but then realized deep down inside she is flawed. And then there's Brain. Why is he named that? Well, plain and simple, he's smart. And we've always had that preppy smart guy friend who always thought he was a genius and thought he knew more than everybody else and always studied and never wanted to play because all he wanted to do was study and all we wanted to do was play with him. And so we had to go find somebody else to go play with because all he wanted to do was study. And then there's Binky. Now, Binky was your misunderstood friend. He was tall, he was big, and you always assumed he was a bully because he had a bit of a temper. But Binky was a pretty swell kind of person, and you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. He had a friend named Sue Ellen. I don't remember nothing about her. But today isn't a day of mourning. No, it's a celebration. A celebration of one beloved cartoon character. Yea, may he walk through the valley of the shadow of syndication and DVD and streaming sites. Long live you, Arthur. May you rest in peace. And of course, Arthur will meet his demise many decades from now when Netflix decides it wants to reboot it, like it did with the Magic School Bus and Carmen Sandiego. Those shows suck. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.